What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Savage. Much love to the Savage Nation, the Savage Army, and once again the Savage family. I want to start off by saying whether or not gangbanging is dead, whether or not, you know what I'm saying, it ain't the way it used to be. I don't think gangbanging could ever fully die, so long as, you know, murders are being committed, people are being killed and whatnot, and that does still happen. So I do want to stress this. This is no disrespect intended to these gangs. You know what I'm saying? No one's asking for you to come out and get more turned up than you already are. But let's just talk about a few things. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about a few things. Tekashi 6ix9ine comes out to Los Angeles. Before, he's already in New York. He's already out there in the streets of New York doing the most trolling, period. Now let's factor in every little piece into the equation though. How many cars does he have with him? How many bodyguards does he have with him? How many cops does he have with him? That's the number one question. And who's really down to ride on a cop? Now, if this was back in the day, you might see that, man. Technology wasn't advanced as it was. You know what I'm saying? It probably wasn't as easy to get caught as it is now. Today, everybody's got a phone. They record. They go live with it. You done. They got cameras on every corner that can zoom in and see pimples on your face. So I understand that part. Now, but let's talk about it, though. If you are a gang member, if you are actively pursuing and pushing an outlaw, bandit type of mentality where gang banging comes first, right? Gang banging, the hood, the set comes first, right? You grow up in juvenile hall, catching fades with whoever disrespects your gang. You go to jail. It's the same scenario. You on the streets riding. You know, you lose homies. You take some of theirs. You lose some of yours. You know what I'm saying? It's all blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice for the gang. So is it really a legitimate thing to say that he ain't worth it? This dude ain't worth it? He's actually, I mean, in gangbanging logic, right? He's actually probably the most worth it. He's the person who is most worth it. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, ain't he the one with the target on his back? Ain't he the one that's messing the game up, screwing up the game? Is people like him screwing up the game? Well, then why don't the game take him out? Is that because the game is only just a game, or is that because gangbanging has died? And when I say died, I don't mean in the respect of like, yeah, catching face, stomping someone out, putting in some work on the op, but gangbanging used to be carried out to another degree, a higher level, a higher standard, right? It wouldn't be nothing to light up a whole cop SUV in the middle of the intersection. Now, you won't see that. Now, people who grow up, millennials who grow up, and the generations after, it's not that they're watered down. It's not that they're soft. It's just, I think that they perceive gangbanging a whole different way than how it was actually really perceived back in the day. It was more of a necessity to really lay demonstrations down to everybody. There was neighborhoods back in the 70s where the cops couldn't go. And in the 80s, the cops couldn't go into them. All the way up into the 90s. And then things changed. Now there's not a neighborhood where a cop can't go. Now there's not a place where a cop can go and get crazy with you. A cop can go into any hood. Any hood. Doesn't matter, South Central, Watts, LA, Pacoima, San Fernando. It doesn't matter where. A cop can go there, right into the heart of your projects. Rough you up in front of everyone, talk crap to you, call you names, and everyone just gonna put up with it. Back then it wasn't like that. So you got Tekashi 6ix9ine. Did he pay tribute to Nipsey? I went down there myself. And paid tribute. You feel me? A real tribute. Now, Tekashi, his whole get down, that's all his business. I'm not a gang member, so I really don't care. That's his business. I don't care what, none of that gang stuff. It didn't affect me. He didn't tell on me. You feel me? So that's his business. However, on a man-to-man basis, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with disrespecting the dead. I'm not with disrespecting someone who is a legend, regardless if he liked me, liked you, liked anybody, or our ideologies and our morals didn't align. Regardless, what he did, what he was about, what he was pushing for was very noble. And you don't see a lot of that, especially not in the hip hop and the rap music industry. You don't see that. So the fact that he was producing something that was fruitful for the community, right? He was bringing unity. He was doing a whole lot, man. The fact that he did that and passed the way he did pass, the fact that he passed at the hands of a rat, right? Of a righteous a righteous rat, right? That's what they saying. I mean, have y'all seen paperwork on old boy on they call him Shitty Cuz? Have y'all seen paperwork on him? I ain't seen black and white. Now, I'm the type of guy, if I ain't seen no black and white, I can't get on that bandwagon with you. I can't just call another man a rat, a full-blown rat. You feel me? I need to see that paperwork, bro. Just because he was, if he came from SNY, dropout, Crips and Blood, y'all don't even really play that. Y'all don't even really play all that. Like that SNY shit, that's some the OGs don't like that. The old timers don't like that. Yeah, true enough. You know what I'm saying? The reputables will clown you. But at the end of the day, man, you see it all the time where they parole PC, whatever, they go straight back into the hood. They bang the hood the whole time. Their politics are different than Southsider politics, so that's not really what makes them a rat or not a rat to most of their gang. Now, I'm not talking about the old heads. The old heads, they function and they move differently. They move more secure, more disciplined. And a lot of the reputables do too. But there's still a lot more acceptance for them, a lot more understanding, which is a good thing, but y'all won't see it that way. Anyways, beside the point, if y'all ain't got black and white though, how could you call the man a rat? Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, I mean, it's evident, man. He came out self-proclaimed rat. But the fact that Nipsey went out by the hands of somebody that he believed and so-called a rat and probably seen the paperwork himself, because they from the same turf, they're from the same set. So of course he probably seen that paperwork, the paperwork that I ain't seen. So for whatever reason, Nipsey felt inclined to address that issue and got himself hit by this dude. So for Tekashi 6ix9ine, a self-proclaimed rat, the most famous rat to come. I watched that video very intently. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna include it at the end of the video, and I want to ask y'all, man. You let me know. Do you think he was paying respects and an honest tribute, a real humble, honest tribute, and paying homage to a great, or do you think what I think, which in my opinion, look, it was all good until he turned around with that smirk on his face. When Tekashi turns around with that smirk after getting up off his knees saying that little prayer, that's how you know it's no-go. He pushed the envelope with Pop Smoke. He pushed the envelope even mentioning his name, talking about Pop Smoke. Something about he wishes Pop Smoke was still here, or Pop Smoke would never have fucked with you, bro. You were dead to Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke probably clowned you, but see, Tekashi knew that. So Tekashi knew that, and the reason for him to say what he said towards Pop Smoke was already disrespectful, speaking on dead. But for him to go and now go to Nipsey's spot, right? Go to his place that he created with his own time, creativity, money, effort, revenue, all that stuff. He made that on his back. You feel me? To go there. And then to go to that neighborhood, right? To go towards those streets and be in that hood, bro. That was already disrespectful in and of itself. But to get on your knees and pay tribute, okay, let's see if it's a real honest move. But it wasn't. It wasn't, because he got up and he had that stupid ass smirk. That smirk will make you want to smack the freaking braids right off his head. He had that smirk on his face. So disrespectful. Hey, listen, Nipsey wouldn't even function with me. If we being according to gang ties, according to politics, I would still flight him. I'll still flight him. You feel me? I'll still flight him. For a simple fact, as a man, just on some man stuff, you don't play with the dead, man. You don't do that, man. If you're going to show some real respect and some real homage and pay some real tribute and show people that you're a real person, first off, you don't need to do it like that, man. You don't need to do it like that. That's too disrespectful, bro. Karma's a bitch, and what goes around always comes around. You ain't never going to be excluded from that, homeboy. You ain't never going to be excluded. And when karma come around on you, man, you didn't already got set up from the inside one time. Oh, you think because you messing with security guards and cops, they won't set you up from the inside? Come on, man. They the dirtiest ones. They the worst gang out there. You know what I'm saying? Look at go do your history on mob ties. Go do your mob history. When they got cops on the payroll, federal cops on the payroll, and the cops ain't getting paid enough, the cops is always the first one to set something up. Always the first one. You playing a dangerous game because you're going to have nobody. You ain't even going to have the cops when it all boils down to it. So he in LA right now. What do I think? I think somebody's slipping, bro. To be honest with you, man. I think the second it came out that he was in LA, people should have watched every single airport and landing strip in LA. It's not hard to find them. There's a gang of them, yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't have hurt to just send a homie off in every direction. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have came together to at least locate the individual. And if you find he was already spotted by a gang of people, they should have been on the horn instantly. Boop, he's right here. Boop, he's driving this. Boop. You know what I'm saying? Find him. Once you find where he at, once you see where he at, say what's up to him, man. Tell him have a good day. Really tell him to just really have a good ass day. You feel me? Like, thank you for coming to LA type stuff. But will that happen? Probably not, bro. Why? Because the game is soft. The game is watered down now. And when I say the game, I'm not talking about, you know, the realness of these hoods. I'm not talking about how it is in prison or in jail. I'm talking about the lengths that people are willing to go to make a point. The lengths that people are willing to go to respect the game in which they talk about so often. The game. Don't y'all see that the game is a game and it ain't even worth fighting for? Because if Nipsey could be disrespected like this, so could y'all, man. So could y'all. Y'all could be disrespected just as easy, whether or not you dead, no matter how much work you put in for the hood. This is just some food for thought. I don't respect Tekashi 6ix9ine at all for doing what he did. I don't respect the man for disrespecting the dead twice, Pop Smoke and Nipsey. And I just wanted to give you guys my perspective and see if I can get your perspective on the whole situation. I'm going to play the video right now of Tekashi and his whole little tribute and of homage that he paid, and y'all let me know what you think. But maybe instead of attacking vendors and attacking these elote, man, let's attack, you know what I mean? Let's make it worth it, you feel me? Because if you saying he not worth it, why they worth it? Food for thought, little young bucks out there. Much love, much respect to the Savage family.
Niggas reinvest, double up, then explain for you niggas that gotta be loved. Run the city, it gotta be cut. Just for the pieces I took off the monopoly board. If y'all niggas false class, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth, you gotta be charged. Not doubled up, tripled up, nigga what?